apparently all the way from Hawaii. He is, of course, on vacation there right now. Athena Jones, also there, not on vacation, covering the president in the first family. And Athena, I hear the president signed up for specifically the bronze plan. What else are they telling us?
Hi, Brooke. Well, the president signed up for a plan via the Washington, D.C.'s healthcare exchange. So he used the D.C.-run marketplace. He selected a bronze plan, an individual plan, so not a plan for the whole family, just a plan for himself. He has not yet paid for his premium, the White House says, but of course they say he will. Now, this is symbolic because the president already gets health insurance through the military. This is as part of his job. But the White House says he wanted to sign on as a show of support to these exchanges to really set an example for all of these folks who really do need to sign on this week, certainly by tomorrow, in some states a little longer, in order to have coverage starting in January. One more bit of news, Brooke, as this deadline was fast approaching over the weekend, officials say that 1 million people visited the federal website, healthcare.gov. So that's an early sign that there was a surge in interest leading up to this deadline. Brooke?
Okay. And as the president is resting up in Hawaii, his staff back home saying Obamacare hopefuls will have until the end of tomorrow, not today, to enroll for coverage that would kick off 1st of January. Athena, thank you. They are citing possibly a last-minute rush. Let me read just part of the statement that we were given this afternoon, quoting here, anticipating high demand and the fact that consumers may be enrolling from multiple time zones, we had taken steps to make sure that those who select a plan through tomorrow will get coverage for January 1st. So there is that for you today. There is also this. We have this. This is opposition to Obamacare, and it keeps increasing. Look at the numbers with me. At the top there, 62%, even though the White House suggests that it's past this whole bumpy rollout. John Avlon is with me now, CNN political analyst, also with the Daily Beast. Nice to see you, sir. Let me begin with a left field question. How many times since the 1st of October, when this whole website launched, when we first started reporting on this, how many times, John Avlon, do you think the president, swiveled around in that Oval Office chair, typed in, healthcare.gov into his browser, can't get in, picked up the phone, I don't know if he's yelling, but speaking sternly to someone, and then said, this is my big achievement, and you're blowing it, people?
Seven, Brooks. No, I'm totally making that up. I have no idea how many times the president yelled at his staff, but at least several. Look, I mean, that's the key point. You've got the key legislative achievement of this administration and the rollouts of face plans. And obviously that's frustrating. And because it's not just an indictment of this president and his signature legacy, but it's also calls into question liberalism's promise that it can solve complex societal problems. So this cuts to the heart of the administration, and that's why we've seen the president's poll numbers really take a dip since this flawed rollout. Even if you're the commander-in-chief, you're still subject to the tyranny of the tech guy, and that's something the president has learned over and over, and they're trying to fix as furiously as they can.
Speaking of poll numbers, this poll's got some other gloom and doom numbers. Let me just pass these along to our viewers. 42% say they are worse off now with Obamacare out than they were before, and opposition among women specifically has hit 64%. So when you're looking at the polls, and I'm looking at these polls and things of this nature, do you think that the president himself is just flat out over 2013? I mean, I have to imagine the president is, I don't know if he's thinking this is old news and he's 20 steps ahead, looking ahead, and if so, what do you think he's looking at?
Oh, I think he's cheering on the coming of New Year. I mean, he wants to turn the page on this last 6 months, or last 3 months at least. Look, these poll numbers are serious. I mean, they show that the trend is not the president's friend, that perceptions are hardening against Obamacare. There is still plenty of time for them to right the wrongs, but you never get that second chance to make the first impression. So right now, people are really projecting all their frustrations about the healthcare system on healthcare reform. Now, whether that lasts to the midterm elections in November, that is the big question in Washington and the nation. And the administration's made good faith efforts to fix this flawed rollout. But these poll numbers today really do show women moving against it and opposition increasing. That is not where the president and the administration wants to be. They have a lot of ground to catch up in the first quarter of the new year.
John Avlon, thank you very much. Happy holidays to you and Margaret. Thank you.